Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes, brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, in southwest Suffolk County on Long Island, servicing the entire New York City tri-state area and beyond, with everything you need to get you through this winter with the lowest prices anywhere, by the way. So give them a call at 631-756-1125, and the website is omnitruevalue.com. Not much just changing really in terms of what the outlook is over the next couple of weeks. We are pretty much stuck in this pattern, and there's no real sign of any change. Every once in a while you see some hints here and there, but on the whole, really everything is just on cruise control, at least for the time being. We had a storm system move up the coast offshore. That has now pulled away to the northeast, and weather conditions have improved across the coastal areas from southern New England down southward. We've got some clouds going on across parts of upstate New York, and that's producing some light snows coming in off of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, while we're seeing some heavier precip in the form of some rain and some snow inland in parts of Maine. And that is with that low that is moving away to the northeast. Now, as far as the next week is concerned in terms of total precip, of course, we've been talking about the fact that the action has been and continues to be in the western part of the United States. The forecast there hasn't changed very much in the last several weeks. Several to many inches up and down the coast. Heavy snows in the mountains and the Sierra Nevadas and the Cascades. And also seeing some heavy snows that are going to be possible in the Wasatch and in parts of the Rockies, especially up into the northern Rockies. Then the precip cuts off a bit as you go east into the plains, and then we're seeing some other precip here through the Great Lakes on the order of about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch of total liquid precipitation. Some places to the north might see a little bit of that in the form of snow, but everybody else is in the form of rain. The mid-Atlantic states from Virginia down south to Florida, hardly any precip is being forecast for the next 7 days. So some dry weather going on there. So it's fast-moving, weak weather systems that we're dealing with. We're clearing out tonight. Should have a decent day tomorrow with some sun and arriving clouds as that high moves off the North Carolina coast. And you can see there's a weak disturbance moving across the Great Lakes, and that will bring a little bit of snow tomorrow night. Maybe even enough to whiten the ground in spots in the Hudson Valley down to northern New Jersey, northeastern Pennsylvania, and into Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. Might even be down to the coast of Long Island, even though the GFS is showing it mostly rain there. It's very light. It's gone by Friday morning, so Christmas Eve should be a quiet day. We'll be in the 40s. And then we'll be setting up for a warm front coming up with some rain Friday night into Saturday morning. You can see it there, that east-west band of rain during the morning on Saturday, Christmas Day. South of that, southern Pennsylvania, southern New Jersey, down into Virginia. Temperatures will probably be in the 50s. And otherwise, everybody else, it looks just like a cold rain. And then the low will eventually redevelop and move east of the New England coast Saturday night into Sunday morning. So the rain will change over to snow in upstate New York and in central New England, mainly north of I-90. And the low pulls away out to Cape Cod. So that's one place where maybe a little bit of a late white Christmas develops with snows developing during Saturday night into Sunday morning. It turns drier. And a little colder Sunday afternoon, and that continues into Monday before we get another weak system. This one looks like it wants to get suppressed, so we may have to wait until the middle part of next week to get another weather system, another fast-moving weather system moving along. And again, there's really no cold air, so when these systems come and go, they're going to be mostly rain along the coastal plain. Maybe some snow when you go upstate. Maybe some snow when you go up into central and northern New England. But that really is just about it. And they are weak systems anyway, so they're not much really to write home about. So if you've got travel plans right through the rest of this week and through the weekend and into next week, really doesn't seem to be too much here that's going to be getting in your way. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. So just do a really quick look here at the long range. And again, every couple of runs or so, we see some subtle hints that maybe something is going to change down the road in a couple of weeks, only to have it disappear. And I was looking at today's run, for example. You'll notice the deep trough that remains in the western part of the United States. I've rolled it back to this coming Sunday, Boxing Day, the day after Christmas. A little bit of troughing in the east, but really the main trough is driving in the west. You've got this flat ridge off the southeast coast in the eastern part of the United States, and that's going to be there all week long. The trough continues to be in the west until you get that western trough to break down and start to move eastward and get into a flow where you can bring down some colder air from Canada. It's really going to be a tough sell. I mean, here we are now on Wednesday, January 5th, and we're still dealing with a deep trough that is mostly in the west. So again, some hints that it wants to come east, but there's nothing here that indicates that it's going to have any kind of success. And as far as the teleconnections are concerned, we're negative on the NAO. Not that that really makes too much of a difference because it's not helpful. The Pacific North America Index remains rather strongly negative and stays down strongly negative right into the first days of the new year. And the Arctic Oscillation, which is negative right now, we start to see some of the members actually go positive. I tend to think that's probably a development that is not necessarily a bad thing, considering that it's supposed to be negative is supposed to be great for winter weather lovers. Well, that didn't work. So maybe the opposite will work. We'll have to wait and see. So the next Joe and Joe Weather Show will be tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time. There's no Joe and Joe Weather Show tonight, but there will be one tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern Time. And then we'll be off for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day and back again on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow.